I'm your host, Davida Shinsky, and you're listening to Live Without Limits, Reach Personal Success on a Daily Basis. And the purpose of our show is to teach you the skills that you need in order to overcome those limiting beliefs, set goals that are achievable, and find personal success on a daily basis by thinking positively. And today we're going to be talking about uncertainty. And there are four ways that you can start to embrace uncertainty. Uncertainty is unpleasant, but it is a part of life. If we had everything our way, most of us would prefer to be well aware of what happens every minute of every day. This would help us plan for pretty much anything, from the unpredicted rain to the loss of a loved one. Sadly, we do not experience life our way all the time, and every day we have to deal with some level of uncertainty. We still plan and expect things to go a certain way, but in some cases, our lives simply do not go as we would have planned. That might feel like the end of the world, but it shouldn't. Uncertainty is the only certainty there is, said John Allen Paulos, mathematician. How to accept and embrace uncertainty, reframe the situation. When things don't go our way, we sometimes feel like we are going for the worst possible scenario. We fail to realize that just because one aspect of our plan has changed doesn't mean that the whole plan will now fall apart. When things don't go your way, remember that you have the power to view them in whatever light you see fit. How do you frame the situation and your perception of cruel which is crucial when looking at any possible outcome. And you have the power to reframe any situation. It might not be the path that you wanted, but that does not mean that it is entirely the wrong path. It might not be the path that you wanted, but that does not mean that it is entirely the wrong path. Create room for uncertainty when you make plans for the things that you want to achieve. Be a certain period. Remember to leave room for uncertainty. This can be difficult to do when you're planning, but when you are mindful and aware of the possibility of things going in another direction, it is possible to leave extra room for the alternative possibility. Leaving room for uncertainty means that when things take on an unexpected turn, you are happy to accept them as they are and work towards your goal from any angle. For instance, you want your child to go to school A. You should be open to the possibility that your child is not getting accepted to that school. Should that happen, you have already researched school B for your child. So, yes, not getting into school A might be an inconvenience, but you understand that it is not the end of the road. Your child can still get a good education in another school. So focus on what matters. In most cases, it is the end goal, not the process to get there. And usually we experience uncertainty regarding the steps that we need to take to reach the final goal, rather than focusing on the changes that have happened regarding the process. Focus on a fixed end goal. Work with what the universe has thrown at you in order to reach where you need to be. Stop expecting someone to come and rescue you. Although it would be nice to have someone come and rescue you, it will not always happen. And the sooner we accept that, the better. When having an uncertain experience, you need to realize that you have you, your own self. There is no need for anyone else to come and take responsibility and fix the situation rather than wasting time complaining about the situation to people who likely cannot fix it. You can get up, take a deep breath, and rescue yourself. Move from the victim mindset and work towards creating a future that you want. Uncertainty is not the end of the road. As we celebrate the beginning of a new year, some of us are daunted by the goals and targets that we have set ourselves for last year, but failed to meet. In some cases, these were missed because of things that were in and out of our control, and in some, we just couldn't do much. Either way, don't beat yourself up. There are and is a need for us to open up to uncertainty and be kind to ourselves. Understand that life will always be uncertain, and in some cases, we will not achieve everything that we hoped to achieve when we wanted to. However, as long as we are still alive and well, there is hope, and we can still continue working towards our goals. We do not always have to be limited by time and restrictions. And always remember this: you can set goals, but whenever you're working as a team, you don't always know exactly what's going on in the other person's life. And even though you have a timeline, it doesn't mean that it will always be met. That's why when we talk about uncertainty, we have to take it into accountability whenever we work on any goal.